There are some rappers who are praised for their kind-heartedness, but there are some rappers who may not be the most kindest people ever. But Nelly is definitely in the kind-hearted category. At the height of his career, in 2005, Nelly's sister tragically dies of cancer, and this death affected Nelly very deeply. I was enraged when she died. We had this door in the back where my room was. I split the door straight down the middle, just punched it. Working with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he began visiting terminally ill children, giving gifts, and brightening their spirits. Nelly has always been amazing and always will be. That was so wonderful, Nelly. Keep up the good work. What an amazing man. God bless him. But his kind deeds don't just stop there. Because at a NASCAR event, he spotted one of his fans in a wheelchair and kindly gave him his jacket, showing just how much of a big heart he really has. And people seeing this on the internet gave him praise with comments like, "Nelly doesn't make it awkward, acts like he's meeting an old friend, that's what's up. Some people just don't get uncomfortable in these situations. Thank you, brother." Respect to Nelly. A small interaction like this has a massive effect, and it takes but a couple of minutes. This is amazing and how the world should be. Nelly showed humanity is not dead, but it seems this next rapper could learn something about being kind, because a number of people have taken to social media just to talk about how bad they were treated by Travis Scott.
Afterwards, because, Travis Scott is a giant fucking dick. But when he does show up, he walks straight into the room and he's all, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, I'm your engineer, man, the label hired. What followed for the next 3 days was me trying to avoid this person as much as possible, because every interaction we had, he treated me and acted towards me as though he was disgusted with who I was as a person.
He was also accused of a vicious attack of another sound engineer, leaving him in the hospital.
He stuck his middle finger in my face, so I lowered the monitor a little bit so I could talk to him, and that's when he ran around the speaker and attacked me.
It was truly sad as people will still defend this guy despite the many red flags. See, this is exactly how one would expect a diva artist like Travis Scott to treat the help when he's being questioned about his technique. But one rapper who was highly praised for having a heart of gold was DMX. He would share a very special moment with a mother he met on a flight to San Diego. Jennifer Fraser would post about this experience she had with the late rapper on social media. She would tell the story about them being seated next to one another during a flight to San Diego, and during the flight having a long conversation about everything from his grandmother to how much he enjoyed being a father. She would even hear one of his unreleased songs about his grandmother that featured John Legend. He would then ask her and her daughter to be a guest at his show. She gave him her phone number thinking there's no way he's actually going to call. She was shocked when he finally called, and she would then accompany him to his show. She would write, "DMX is a talented artist, a loving father, and a kind soul. I hope they release a song about his grandmother. I remember it being very personal." But this wasn't the only kind act DMX was praised for. He also bought shoes for a family at the mall. They were looking for back-to-school shoes when they ran into DMX. DMX said he wanted to pay it forward. After his passing, the family posted a video about his act of kindness.
It was super exciting, and honestly, I didn't want to accept it at first, but I was super caught off guard. I mean, nobody ever paid for anything, let alone a super famous rapper, so I'm forever grateful to him.
A big heart is definitely one thing this next rapper is not known for, because when a video of Dababy slapping a female fan in the face surfaced, it definitely got people's attention. I would understand if he slapped the phone out of her hand, but slapping her? Nah, that's bogus. Dababy, bro, you slapped that woman into the middle of next week. The victim would then take to social media to talk about it.
Woke up, my head was hurting really, really bad, and like the top of my right cheekbone, it was like hurting.
Dababy would also take to social media to explain.
I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay, it's no problem.
In addition to that, he would ignite a firestorm on the internet when he was on stage and he made these comments.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the up. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the up. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone nice and
Let's be real about this shit.
A clip on the internet doesn't give the full context of the show. He doesn't even understand what he is saying. It's all about being respectful to all people in all walks of life. Freedom of speech is true, but there are consequences.